Hi. Playing Octopath. You're 33 today. Wing Baron's 33 today, guys. Give him some here. You know, I'll use the emote. Give him a good Dave emote. Because happy birthday, dude. So I'm playing Octopath today. Naomi and I were supposed to play some more Yakuza Kiwami tonight, but she's actually sick. She's holed up in bed. So I figure, you know what? We're on a roll with Octopath recently on the channel. I may as well continue. I may as well just continue playing what we're doing. Oh, there's a little hat from X86. That's cool. Dave Infector, maybe. I'll turn the audio up for this part. Now, if you guys remember, I was given tips last night to a guy named Ragnarok, who I don't think is here again. But I was talking about how you have to get the upgrade shrines in the map, which I've got most of them now. I'm still missing one, but I'm sure I'll find it eventually. And also, one thing I realized when I was watching Arch's stream. What's Arch streaming about right now, Torbar? One thing I realized, guys, is that somebody, who was it last night that gave me the interactive map? I've been looking it over, like off show. Maybe I'll pull it up again here on a side monitor. Let me see here. Let me try and get it up. Not downloads. Fuck you. History. Here's the interactive map. It was you. That's right. It was you, Titanium Dragon Neo. Okay, well, this map that you gave me, and thank you very much, by the way, it shows what happens and what's in each of the caves. So, for example, here. This cave here, Twin Falls. On the interactive map, no quest takes you there. However, you can find a psychic staff inside. And that's interesting to know because there are certain, like, for example, what's a good example of this? Like here. Place we're going here, the Mirkwood, you go here for Ophelia's Chapter 2. Right? There's another place here. I don't have it unlocked yet. It's called the Riviera Woods. You go here for Alphen's Chapter 3. So basically, this map, without spoiling the story points, it tells you what happens in each place. It is nice, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to start exploring maps and dungeons that I normally would not go to. So for example, I think I will go back and go to Twin Falls because nothing actually takes you to Twin Falls in the storyline. This is a very open world game, Naxxalis, I'm not sure. However, there's 8 characters and they have four chapters each. I've completed the chapter 1s of each character, so maybe roughly 1/4 of the way through the game. But I haven't done any of the side stuff yet. I think what I'll do is I'm going to head back to the inner ring of the kingdom, which is the starting zone, and hit up these dungeons that I missed. Because I think there's Twin Falls, Whistling Caverns, there's the Forgotten, what's it called? The Untouched Sanctum. There's one here that I failed to unlock. It's like a coastal area. There's the Whistlewood, Hoarfrost Grotto, the Path of Beasts, the Carrion Caves. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. Those are all just bonus dungeons with bonus loot that no quest actually takes you to. If you're an explorer, you'll find them. And I'm like, well, fuck, man. I want to 100% this game. I'm going to go back and do it. Fuck yeah. This is definitely a game I'm going to be like slowly grazing through over the next, 6 months or so. I'm not going to rush to beat this one, but I really enjoy it. You can filter the dungeons by level, making planning a little more exact. Well, to be fair, I'm already at the preferred level for all the inner ring dungeons. Because I think this tells that too. No, it doesn't. It will when I get there. Like, here, I will use the map in that case. It says, like, level 20 for Twin Falls. Level 20 for the Whistling Caverns. Level 15 for the Untouched Sanctum. Like, I'm beyond most of these places. Yeah, level 45 for the Undertow Cave. I can't do that yet. Jesus, oops. Level 15 for the Whistlewood. 25 for Hoarfrost Grotto. 15 for Path of Beasts. And 20 for Carrion Caves. So, you know, my characters are all level 20 with the exception of Oilbrick, who's level 30. So I think I am good to just hit him up in whatever order I like. I'm doing side quest dungeons, basically, Savra. Actually, not even side quest dungeons. They're dungeons that are marked on the map, but no side quest takes you there. So you're basically just there for, you know, accomplished explorers to check out. So let's head back and do it.
Let us fight with honor.
Hello, V.
Out of my
I'll
way.
lower the audio a bit again. That's good there, I think. Accomplished travelers. Final Fantasy 3. Do you mean... Okay, for Final Fantasy 3, do you mean 6 or do you mean the actual 3?
I'll do my best.
Her and her war staff.
All right.
It's V. Yes, it is V. The real Final Fantasy 3. Okay.
The battle is
Not the
truly
knockoff.
joined.
Well, neither of them are knockoffs, just one of them was mistranslated. I hate that we live in a world that I can't fucking know which one you're talking about.
Here we go.
What do you mean by feedback? Is it still happening, guys?
I'll do my best.
I guess I'll take a listen in. How do I sound now? Yeah, that one, Wing Baron? Okay. I seem to sound okay.
Out of my way. All right.
Hey, Odin.
The battle
NPC
is
dev
truly
is a
joined.
bot. Buzzing. Okay. How many audio crackles have there been since the start, guys?
My turn.
Death. Have at you. Out of my way.
Thanks,
Out of
Odin.
my way.
There's been 3.
Death.
3? Really? 3 already? Well, shit.
Bring it on.
Yeah, there's like multiple things that it could be. Like, let me just... Here. Let me do some tests. I'm wiggling the connections just to see if they start crackling. No crackles there. Let me wiggle this connection. Nope. This connection. Nope. How about this connection? I'm not hearing anything. Okay. You wiggle the USB. Wiggling the USB. Nothing. Wiggle the connection all night long, eh? Okay, here's the thing about the audio crackles, guys. There's the software that I use to get all this high quality streaming going. Yeah, x86. x86 has been around long enough. You've been around here for at least a year, man. You've been around long enough to know what the crackle is, right? And the crackle is, I think, it's just something in the software. Like sometimes, you know, a cable is loose or a cable's dying. Sometimes, you know, sometimes the yeah, this game's only on Switch. Sometimes the soundboard like takes a shit. The old soundboard did that all the time. The new one, I may need to replace the cable because I'm using the same USB cable that the old soundboard used. So I may need to just get rid of that cable at this point. But
Here we go.
yeah, it sounds like a digital problem. Well, that's the thing with the setup currently is that the software itself that I use sometimes randomly crackles.
All right.
And it has to do with how much of a load the CPU is under. That's like the best I can do in terms of finding out what it is.
I'll not be defeated.
It sounds a bit strange. It sounds like a bit otherworldly the way I described it, but it is the truth.
My turn.
Try this.
Well then.
Now then.
I do kind of need an upgrade, yes. Turn yourself on and off.
I'll not be defeated.
Victory shall be mine.
Here we go.
Yeah, guys, I know the joke. Okay, hey, morality. Here's we basically discovered the crackle like 2 years ago when we were playing Breath of the Wild and Sonic 06 on the channel, Dave and I.
I hope I've grown
And what it is basically, like, there's a bunch of things that can do it. Like sometimes the crackle comes from a loose audio cable, right? So we've bought new cables like almost every year just to, as soon as we start getting more crackles, I'll buy new cables. I'll start using different cables because cables run out. Honestly, cables wear out fairly quickly, to be completely honest. How do we miss that? Okay, I'll just go back and get it. Yeah, cables wear out fairly quickly, to be honest.
You won't feel a thing.
The battle is true.
Sonic 06 sent a curse into your equipment. Do you think so?
I will cut you down.
Get out of here.
With each battle.
So sometimes it's cables, you know. I really dread the day that the mics start to go out because these mics are expensive. The cables are like they're 25-foot cables and they cost me about $20 Odin. So they're not expensive cables at all.
I will battle.
Oh, my internet just restarted.
My turn.
Hey, chat room, can you still see?
Victory shall.
Yeah, they're not expensive cables.
I will cut you down.
Bring it
Buy
on.
American. Everything's fine. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, no kids.
I hope I've grown more
So,
better.
I'm at a situation where there's like multiple things that cause audio problems in the show. The USB, I have to use a 25-foot USB cable, which is not exactly standard for USB cables, right? And the reason I have to do that,
I will battle.
yeah, exactly, Torvar.
How about you?
Kimberly cables, are those like a special type of cable, Odin?
I will
You should probably PM me about some cables at some point, Odin, so I can figure it out. Anyway, okay. The old soundboard has been dying for like on multiple vectors, right? Oh, I gotta get the cape. No, kill it.
All right.
No. Oh, he's grooming. Okay. Guys, sorry. This is just. If I can hit it, I'll get a shit ton of experience. Come on, stop missing.
The battle is truly joined.
Bring it on.
Oh, God damn it. I'm going to lose this opportunity. Amputate him. He's going to run away, isn't he?
No.
He's not. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just... Yes! Okay, those guys give enough experience for like 5 levels. Okay. Sorry.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Look at all those levels right there, man. Just blew up. Okay, so here's the scoop. The soundboard started like the connection where the USB went into the back of the soundboard. That was like starting to get wiggly and woggly. I think the cable itself, because I'm using the same cable, started to show some age. Gotta find the falls in this map. And the fucking
Here goes
like
nothing.
the place where the XLRs plug in, you know, they started to show some age. Just basically everything about that soundboard was falling apart. So I bought a new one. I got an upgrade. Everything's fine. However, the computer for the show is in another room, so I had to run a 25-foot USB cable, which is not exactly standard. And I'm using the same USB cable as with the broken soundboard. And now the soundboard is sometimes turning off the same way. So I have 2 theories. Yeah, sure, go ahead, Odin. But I have 2 theories. Is that one, the soundboards, because 25 feet is not, like, it's considered too long for a USB. Like USB actually has a length limit, and if you go over the length limit, it's going to basically
Will not be defeated.
not work as well, which might be the problem. Maybe it's losing signal. I have a new board now, Meldrin. I need an upgrade anyway. But my point is that
Will not be defeated.
if I bought another 25-foot cable just in case this one's wearing out, because this cable is about 6 years old. No, it's 5 years old, I'd say. So maybe it's also kind of getting run down. You've used it multiple ways, multiple things. So I bought another 25-foot cable, but also 25 feet is not exactly USB standard. It's too long for USB signals sometimes. So maybe the case of the cable's too long. And if the cable's too long, that means I'm going to have to drill a hole through the wall to run the cable directly, because it goes like around a door behind the TV over there. So like, the camera's up against the wall. Behind the wall, there's another room. And in that room, there is the computers that run the show. And so they run from the computers
Seven.
around the door behind the TV, along the bottom of the floor behind the camera, and then into the audio right here.
I am not
And for me to for me to have a shorter cable do the same job, I need to drill a hole in the wall at some point just to let it come directly through instead of it going all the way around, which I'm not against the idea of doing. It's just it's more damage I have to repair when I move out, right?
Let us fight
Rabbit.
with honor.
So that's the audio randomly shutting off issue, which I think last happened during the Bayonetta stream, if you guys recall properly. I think that last happened during the Bayonetta stream. Now there's also the buzzing. The buzzing can come from loose cables.
I will cut
The buzzing can come from oh god, loose cables. It can come from dying mics. It can come from like any of the various connectors along the way. It can come from the USB to soundboard, soundboard to mic cable to mic, and then like the actual physical cables that are attached from the mic power pack to the mic itself. It could be a broken cable inside, or like a wiggly cable or something along any of those connectors. So it's just like the buzz could literally be anything. Plus, the software that I'm using has a tendency. Here's Twin Falls, danger level 20. Okay, the software I'm using has a tendency to have the audio buzz more if the CPU is being extremely taxed. Like the CPU running the show right now with all these effects is about 50%, according to my CPU readings. There was a crackle? Yeah. There was a crackle and also like a very slight uptick in CPU. Also, like sometimes it's just with the templates that I use in the software, because the templates there's like psychic staff. The templates, if they're edited and re-edited and re-edited and saved over and saved over and saved over and saved over, they do start to corrupt. And we had that problem a while ago, in fact. It was around the same Sonic 06 time, was that we had reused the same template for the show and just edited it and resaved it so many fucking times that it actually began to corrupt. Are they braided? I don't know. I have no idea. But basically, there's been so many things that could be the problem. I have largely looked up. I've largely given up trying to fix it. Like, all I can do is minimize. Was there a second crackle, Rare Loon? Or is it the same one that Torvar talked about?
now
And it could be the CPU starting to die. But like, I've never been able to. Been a couple. See, I've never been able to stop it, and I don't know what to do, frankly.
All right.
Because I don't have the money for new equipment right now. I can't afford new equipment. I don't have anything for this.
I'll do my best.
the battle is.
I'll not
Rice
be
Krispies in your headset.
Out of my way.
Yeah, some nights it just flares the fuck up and I don't know what to do.
All right.
Like I have two options. I either have a moving away fund, or I have a spend $10,000 on new equipment fund.
Out of my way.
Like, pick one, you know?
Bring it on.
I'll not be
GoFundMe for dev. No, it's okay.
well then.
I will work on. Jesus Christ, stop fucking hitting my guys.
Bring it on. Ha, try again.
Okay, I just got a psychic staff. It's a much better magical attack, but it's... $1 million raspberry pies. Gotta find a way down there.
Want a tango, huh?
That's a buff.
Well then.
All right.
Yeah, part of me is wondering, like, did I buy the wrong cables, or did I buy the wrong mics, or like what
Victory shall be
what
mine.
all these problems could be, you know? I don't know. Green screen setup. Bulletproof.
Bring it on.
I don't know, it's bulletproof.
My turn now.
But yeah, like, guys, there have been days where the crackles have been so bad we had to stop the show. It was like crackling every 15 seconds, and it's like, well, we're just not doing a show today.
Well then.
I'm just gonna fucking hit all of you. Fuck you.
Sacred flame shine forth.
Victory. I will cut you down.
You remember that? I think it was a Breath of the Wild stream, Odin.
Bring it on.
Wait, did it crackle again? I mean, I'd rather you guys tell me than not.
Have at you.
It crackled when I moved my arm.
go.
Okay, hold on. You guys seeing it? Is there a crackle right here? You guys see a crackle yet? I'm moving as much as I can. Are there any crackles at all?
Have at you.
All right.
No crackles. See, it's also really fucking elusive to actually try and find. Like, it's infuriating trying to get crackles to work. Not to work, to appear. Like, it's such a hard thing to recreate, man. It's just random some days, it seems. The sense of danger is overwhelming. This is level 15 dungeon. Yes, I'll proceed.
I will not fail.
I guess I'm doing it.
Victory shall be mine.
Purple Hurl. It does sound like a digital problem, Meldrin.
Well then.
This is a level 15 fucking dungeon. Why is it so goddamn hard?
Oh, sacred light.
Bring it on.
What are you weak to?
My turn.
Bows?
Yes.
Yes.
Here goes nothing.
Who else has bows? Nobody. Okay. This game holds up pretty well to classic jrpgs. It's got some modern sensibilities, though. Poison, fuddling. Let's poison him.
How do you like this?
That did fucking nothing. Okay.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way.
Weak to spears. Okay, great.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, spears. No. to ice? No.
My turn.
Sounds like a Discord garble. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Morality. That's why I have a CPU tracker running over there, but it's been consistently at 50%.
I'll not be defeated.
Now then. Out of my way.
Here goes nothing.
He seems strong to all magic.
Witchery.
Uh-oh, we're all asleep. We're all asleep. Yeah, it's time for us to get fucked.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Oh, thank you very much, Morality.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
The battle is truly joined.
Well then.
I'm getting
Here
fucked
goes
balls.
nothing.
Can you PM it to me on Discord, Morality? Because I'm probably gonna forget. If you don't mind.
I'm feeling better already.
Wow, what healing.
Victory shall be mine.
What's the big idea?
Bring about a miracle of fixing my tech, maybe.
I'm ready. Are you?
Have at you.
1,000 spears.
My turn.
Now then.
Thank you very much. I'll check it out. This is quite the fight, I gotta say, guys.
Out of my way.
My turn.
You guys fucking mind waking up, please? Jesus Christ.
Out of my way.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, I gotta concoct some stuff here.
Try this.
There we go. Very good.
Well then. Prepare yourself.
Victory shall. Victory shall be mine.
Here we go. Let's get down to work.
Nice. We're actually dealing some decent damage on this guy. It's just... He fucking... he has like a billion HP.
My turn.
I might as well use the knife since that is your best weapon. It's still shit. What the hell, man?
All right.
I'll do my best. Here I go. There.
That's 800 right there.
Now then. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Here we go.
How about you?
Here goes nothing.
I feel like there's like neither of us are really making any headway in this fight, guys, because like he can't seriously hurt me, and I can't seriously hurt him.
My turn now. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Experience anesthetics outside of a hospital. What? Why would I have ever done that?
My way.
My turn.
Also, why do you ask? That's a bit of an odd question.
Way.
Bring
Oh,
it
Jesus. Okay.
The battle is truly
Let's do this.
Well then.
The dentist?
Prepare
Dentist doesn't make sense, but no.
Here we go. Alrighty.
victory. I am playin.
Fucking finally.
Each battle, I grow stronger.
Oh, you're mining for crazy shit to talk about. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just... Hey, Slaughter. I was just trying to... I was concentrating on the boss. I was like keeping track of how much health he had and stuff. Sorry. However, we just beat the shit out of a giant moth. Any crackles during that fight? There was a refreshing jam behind that giant moth. Oh, and a hidden path to this guy. $5,000.
Let's see what you got.
Out of my way.
I will cut you down.
Over here.
Here goes nothing.
Dave's not in full politician mode. He's just pretending that he is. That's the honest to God truth. These guys can't even hurt us. Dev for PM. I don't know about that. So anyway, that was the audio conversation, guys, from earlier. I guess what I plan to do about it is, like,
The battle is truly joy.
the cables cost... Where's level strike? Level slash, sorry. I don't even need that anymore. The cables cost me 20 bucks a pop.
Each battle, I grow
Hey, Dragon
stronger.
Fat. The cables cost me 20 bucks a pop. So they're not so expensive, right? I have 4 mics for the show, and they're each $125. And of course, if I were to buy new ones, I'd want better ones, because these ones are good, but they're not... Like, I could certainly go with higher quality ones. They're good, but they're not amazing, you know?
It's a good day for battle.
Out of...
Let's see. No one's weak to knives. Just crackle. I'm talking about the mics for the show. These guys here. These guys. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the crackles. You've had like 10 crackles tonight, and I have no way to fix it.
I'll not be defeated.
Go with braided cables. I can do that. But I should probably be getting new cables, yeah.
Nothing.
The soundboard's new.
Shall be mine.
I'm getting a new cable for the soundboard because I'm still using the old cable. I can replace the sound cables, but I don't have the money to buy new mics because I would want to buy a different model of mic if I did. These mics are about 3 years old, so like they're not
Here goes nothing.
dying or anything. It's just it's frustrating, man, to have these kind of problems and not be able to fix them. Like, I have
Right.
I've since purchased the camera that I'm going to use in the show for probably... Yeah, I did that morality at the start of the show. Like, I was showing people, it's like, oh, where's the connection? I'm wiggling it now. It's like, nothing. Never appears when I want it to appear. I think it's a software thing, so I think... Yeah, I don't think it's the mics either. Like, I've had this problem for 2 years now. Some nights it's really bad, some nights there's no crackles at all. So, just seems to be
Try again.
that way. As shitty as that is. Is there a way one can give you money that isn't PayPal? I still have my Patreon until, as shitty as Patreon is, I still have it until there's a viable alternative. Yeah, I agree, X86. It sounds like a digital crackle. So what I truly think the crackle is a CPU issue, so I need a better computer.
Victory
Right.
shall be mine.
All right.
One-time thing? Yeah, really only PayPal.
My turn now.
You know, I use Steam Labs, and I devoted a monitor for Steam Labs at one point, but like, we got a donation like once every 6 months, so I was just like, I'm not gonna... You know, I appreciate the guy who gave us once every 6 months, but I was gonna be like, you know, I'm not gonna devote that much monitor space. Maybe I'll bring it back up now that the show's getting more popular again. Do I take Bitcoin? I honestly have no idea how Bitcoin works. I still haven't looked into it. I'm gonna have to at some point, I'm sure. How do I get to that fucking chest over there, guys? Here we go. Yeah, bits are translated into money when you give them away. Twitch gives me money for all the bits you give me. Sure, morality. Same thing. PM on Discord. Send him a box of chocolate coins. I did put my address out there at some point. There's a video on the main SFO channel that has my address in it for donations. I didn't mind giving up my address. I don't give a shit.
All right. All right.
Now then, I will cut you down.
Probably Sikachi. God damn, we're getting stomped.
My turn.
Where did these suddenly hard fights come from?
I will not be defeated. May the sacred flame shine forth.
Victory. I will cut you down.
Here goes nothing.
Only one of the frogs has his eyes open, the rest are all
Victory
gay.
shall be mine.
I get it.
Out of my way. Over here.
Here we go.
Dude, gay ops for devs docs. Dude, I have said so much, like, accusatory shit on this show over the past 6 years. Even Cow is not autistic enough to search through the backlogs of Game Boomers.
Bring it on.
My turn. I am not made for such battles.
You guys are leveling up real quick. Okay, so, anyway. Just to finish off the tech question. Like, I have the soundboard that I think I'm going to be using for quite a while. Like, I have a very nice soundboard now. I can probably keep using this one for the next 5 to 10 years. Assuming that, like, if I break it or, like, if it falls apart. I mean, like, in terms of quality, I can hold on to it. The camera, definitely the next 5 to 10 years. Again, assuming it doesn't break. What I mean by this conversation is I'm like, these things won't be outclassed that quickly. This equipment. So, soundboard set, camera set. I will probably need a new computer in the next year or two to run the show on.
I will cut you down.
That's just kind of the.
My turn now.
The Wall Street Journal watched every PewDiePie video. He has like billions of videos. Like Christ.
Bring it on. Ha, try again.
It's possible, Maldron. Yeah, a really good mic will last for many years. I have a mic that we got at the very start of the channel in 2009. That mic is still going strong, you know? But I will need a new computer within the next year.
Fight with honor.
Maybe 2, depending on how much money I want to invest. Because the show has 2 computers running it. One for games that we play on PC, and one for the actual show streaming. I do a 2-computer setup.
Bring it on.
Well then, there.
Yeah, Pewge is becoming pretty shitlordy. I think it might be some Sargon influences.
Well then,
I haven't... Dude, the last Octopath was yesterday, Maldron, and I wore this shirt yesterday. Morality, I live in a place where there's no hydro cost. The landlord eats the hydro cost. It's just a flat rent fee. Which is why I am reluctant to leave this place until I've saved up like a tidy sum of money. Because it is quite nice.
I'll make this quick.
What? What was that? What are those dots?
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, I did one yesterday, Maldron.
The battle is truly.
The perfect mining location. Yeah, but I'm not really into that.
I'll do my best. I am
Fortnite money. Fuck off, Odin. Like the $0 I made in the Fortnite stream. I think I've plumbed the depths of this place completely. Let's get the fuck out of here. You fought the boss. We got some good loot. We got 5,000 bucks. Let's go. Yeah, I know what you mean, Maldon. What's the next optional dungeon? Here, I'll warp to Sunshade. Your Jontron's still going. Oh, this place is pretty cheap. I live pretty cheaply. Like the rent is quite low, and there's no and all the various utilities are bundled into just the rent. So like I really don't want to move. Like I've looked at places where like it's double the price for the same amount for the same place, and then like and like there's also hydro on top of it. I'm just like no, I'll stay here. We have a good deal going here. At some point it'll be time to move on because I'll like want my own house, right? Maldron, because I've been here for, you know, it'll be 5 years I think in April. Dave's been here for nearly 8 or 9. It's a good deal, but I'm gonna want my own place at some point, you know. I'm gonna want to be able to not have to deal with neighbors or like own my own house or something along those lines, right? So I mean, maybe I won't move next year. Maybe it'll be 2 years. You know, it really depends on how much money I can save. But what I do know is that I don't want to live here for the rest of my life, despite it being a very good price. Eventually it becomes not worth it. When you have enough money to, you know, live on your own completely and not just rent half of a house, it's probably a good idea. Let's see the support skills. What's resist elements? No, I don't need that. We do that anyway in morality. Like, I still take care of my place. I'm not a slob. Well, this is another thing I have going for me is that, one, my parents are successful enough, and two, I have proven myself to not be immature enough that if I wanted to buy a house, they would go in with me, right?
Come on, I've got better things to do.
They would go like 50-50 with me on a mortgage. For example, Dave's parents wouldn't do that with him.
The battle is truly
That guy's
yours.
fucking rolling a skull. I know Dave's parents wouldn't do that with him. My parents would do it with me because I'm, you know, responsible enough and they have the money. You'd be like, yeah, I'll help you with, you know, we'll give you a hand because I will owe them the money. Like, instead of owing the bank the money, I'll owe my parents the money. I remember like Dave, we were arguing. Well, no, like they expect the money back, Melvin. It's not just free money. Not just giving me like 70,000 or something. Like, it'll be a loan, and I'll owe them, just straight up. And once the mortgage is paid off, I'll have to pay them back the money. Like, it's not just people throwing money at me. Like, it's not that situation. But like, Dave and I's parents both come from the same financial background. In fact, I think Dave's parents might be slightly richer, I think. They're slightly richer, but they're significantly more frugal, you know?
I am not made for such battles.
Yeah, Kosani isn't nothing, I know what you mean. Make the bank going to debt to you. But, yeah, like, I know, like, Dave and I were arguing, this was, like, years ago, Dave and I were arguing, and he's like, you know, he got mad at me, and he said that, you just get shit from your parents. Like, if you needed to buy a house, they can, no morality, because they had a better, Dave's dad had a better job than my dad. Dave's dad was, like, a VP of a company, and my dad was, like, a laborer. He was pretty high up in the company, even as a laborer, but he was still, like, a unionized laborer. But anyway, we get into a fight, and he's like, you're better off because you have parents willing to give you money sometimes. And I'm like, no, Dave, they don't give me money. I borrow money from them, and then I pay them back. And they're willing to do it with me because they know I'm not just going to go waste it on stuff. This is an argument we had years ago, you know? It's not a new argument at all. It's just that, and it was the truth. Like, Dave's parents at the time were not willing to lend him money or trust that he could invest it properly, but mine are. Because I do, and I have, you know? And then I told him, like, even that cannot truly be considered a luxury. Even that cannot truly be considered a luxury because I had to work to earn their trust in that case, you know, like, it wasn't just a situation where, oh, Dev's a rich kid, he just gets stuff. No. I had to work. Like, I had to show them that I was not just a fucking loser for years before they'd be willing to lend me money on that, on like that such a large scale, you know. And that's also a product of hard work, just as much as earning money is. Like you can earn money, and you can earn trust. And sometimes when you earn trust, people will give you money because they trust in investing in you, because you're steady, you're reliable, you're like a solid anchor, you know. So sometimes earning trust and earning money end up being the same thing.
Too slow.
Well then.
At least that's how I view it anyway. Because like for all the faults of my parents, you know, for all the faults of my parents, and we definitely do not see eye to eye, and this is not just a situation where we are always friendly all the time. You know what I mean? But for all their faults, if I were just like a fucking loser, they would not give me any money. You know what I mean? They would not trust me with like, if I was like, listen, I need a couple $1,000s to do this project, they'd be like, no, because they're smart. They're smart. And you know what? That would still be the last resort for me. Like when I went to go buy equipment for the show, I bought equipment for the show. You know, like Naomi went half with me on the computer, not the computer, the camera. But I bought the soundboard. I bought the 2 computers. I bought, you know, all the stuff that we needed. I didn't go and ask for cash. I saved money. I did it myself. So even though they are a resource that I have earned, because we're also not that close, it's not a resource that I feel comfortable in taking advantage of. Crackle, okay. What's your family think about my show? They don't think really much anything about it either way. My parents think of Sargon, they don't know him.
Thought you had me?
Too slow.
We're at an hour. We're at 1 hour into the show. How many crackles have we had, guys? Do they support it, or do they think it's a waste of time? They think it's a waste of time, but they don't voice it much. So we just leave it alone.
Want a tango, huh?
Hahaha, thank you. 13. Man, I don't know. Should I even keep going with this many crackles? It just seems to be not the night to do this, you know? How PC are my parents? Not really. My dad is definitely the conservative uncle that, you know, modern media seems to think everyone has. My dad is definitely that guy, to the point that he is basically a caricature, you know.
Out of my way. You're too kind.
It's fine, not noticeable. Okay. I might restart I might take a break and restart the computer though.
Goes nothing.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
What the?
Conservative uncles are human beings, but like he's definitely the kind of guy that will like rant and rave over the dinner table stereotypically about how much fucking taxes he's paying, even though frankly he doesn't pay that much in taxes. He really doesn't.
I will cut you down.
Shucks.
My turn now. There.
And my mom's a very nice
shall
person. She's very kind-hearted, but she's naive, and she's not exceptionally smart.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just have to be honest about it. But she's a good person, my mom. Who'd you piss off, Dragon Fat? Just like you then, Dev. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I get it from her.
I'll make this quick. My turn.
Your mom's Canadian? Yeah, I guess, huh?
How about you? I will cut you down!
I'll not be. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, we just hit an hour. I'll wait for Dragon Fat's story, I guess. And then after that, I think I will restart the computer. Hoping that you see. I want to move sooner rather than later too, but it's going to require money. Like, I want to save
A miracle of healing.
at least a 5-digit sum.
No,
I would say enough that I can live for a while without having a problem. Parrot Man 01. Hey everyone, welcome aboard.
All right.
My turn.
These fucking ants, dude. Fuck you.
the battle is out of my way!
Here we go.
Jumping on the neo-Christianity band to own the libs.
Where's the nearest
Final Fantasy IX is a great game, dude. I think it might be my favorite of the three on PS1.
It's a good day for battle.
There are so many old RPGs I want to play on the show. Just straight up want to play them.
I will cut you down!
My turn.
Why are there river flies in a sand cave?
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Bring it on.
The alt-right's a joke, man. The alt-right is a complete joke. The Final Fantasy VII Remaster has not yet come out, unfortunately.
How about you?
Parrot Man, the Tales series has those as a staple. The active time events. I think every Tales game has those. Like Symphonia, Vesperia,
Here goes nothing.
Berseria. All the Tales games have active time events.
What's the big idea?
How about you?
I think they first revealed it in 2015? Odin? Was it 2015?
My turn.
They announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake at the same E3 conference as they announced Shenmue 3,
All right.
which I think was 2015. Was it 2015 or 2016, guys?
What the? Whoa. Shut.
No,
Out of my way. There. Over here.
Victory!
Shut up. Ha! Try again.
Nice. I think I'll change this. 2015, 2016. You guys are just disagreeing. I think I will head to the save point at the entrance of the dungeon and then reboot the computer to try and solve the Crackle menace. Here we are.
Let's see what you got.
In 2015, yeah. So 2015 being dude, I am so fucking hyped for Shenmue. I have just been shitting myself. We played Shenmue on the show a year and a half ago, and I have just been like, yes. I can't, like, I was so happy to see, like, Shenmue, like, Shenmue was a 1999 game, and it holds up, man.
Over here.
But, like, we played Shenmue on the show a year and a half ago. If any of you want to watch that, it's on the Game Boomers Backlog YouTube channel, the Shenmue playthrough. Yeah, oh no, I looked at it. I watched that shit, man.
Too slow!
I saw the video revealing the Shenmue 1 HD remake, and they just scrapped it. Like, oh, come on. You could have just finished it, guys.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, guys. Here, let me restart the computer. I'm going to go to the washroom. I'll restart the computer. Try to fix the Crackle menace. But frankly, I think I just need new equipment. And I'm going to need like $10,000 probably of new equipment. And until this stream, you know, breaks 3 digits every day and not just one day, I'm probably just going to have to live with it, you know? But anyway, I'll be back. BRB.